this? A washer. Stay in there, little washer. I want to keep you. Whoa, yeah. That clutch is shot. Hey, what's going on, Juan? I think I found a clutch for my compressor, because the compressor on this is like $1,000. She is overheating and turning off. Got like 150,000 miles on her from 2009. Do the math for me, that's pretty dang all right. That's the snapper that comes off. That guy's in there pretty good. Juice it up. We're going to try it with my generic ones. Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm going to try a miracle here. Clutch and my compressor's dead. And the Subaru parts manual does not have a replacement available, which I honestly think is foolish. If you got a part, this is an easy job to do if you got a part. I used to do them all the time on Fords. But I got some measurements, I did some looking around. I think I got one that's gonna work. Seized on clip. It's on there so good I can't even get it to spin. Oop, it moved a little bit. There we go. Pocket screw. Okay, that's a good sign. Maybe now I can use these. This is like smacking a 2-year-old. There's a way to do it without getting in trouble with the law. And now you just retreated back into position. This is one of these stupid clips that doesn't give you anything to grab onto, except bare edges. Alright, I think I made progress. Every time I get my pick set up, it slides out. Let's see if I can leave the pick there. And then, whoa, no. I don't want to lose this pick. It will fall into the abyss. Yes. That's good enough for me. Now I can get the ripper off. Good thing I'm not reusing that. Oh, we're gonna need a puller, right? Got some miles on her, so she might fight me a little bit. I gotta reuse this pulley, right? The new one comes with a, oh, the new one comes with a pulley, so I can just take this out of can't I? All right. Use the cutest little hammer ever. It looks big on screen, but trust me, it's small. Yeah, wait. Okay, let's get a puller out. Hoping this radiator hose doesn't get in the way. See if that thread's on. Nope. Go figure, it's for a GM anyways. nothing on the side. We have to make a claw. It's a something that might work. Yeah, I can make this work. Okay. I'll escort myself out. Trying to avoid taking this thing out of circuit. Yeah, okay. Shoot. Please fit. Frigid. So I gotta lift it up out of circuit. That sucks. So I gotta disconnect my vehicle battery. Because I gotta remove that alternator wire, and I really don't feel like having raw 12 volts just hanging out there. Give you guys a better vantage what I'm going to have to tackle here. all this heat soak trash. That's why I didn't want to take it off. Be lucky if I get the alternator control wire out. Come on. There's my lock washer. Yep. Okay. 14. No, wait, no. That's just for the mounting bracket. I'm just gonna try. I got a 12 here. There should be one more 12. Come on, clip. You're gonna break. Yep, yeah, you are. Everything on here is heat suck. Okay, so I can't back up that 12 because then it's gonna hit this radiator pipe. Man. So now I'm committed to taking the alternator out. Maybe I gotta take an eye out. Ratchet hit the fan. Shit. Oh yeah, those bearings are shot. Alright, put that on the build list. My 12 back. Surprised that came out. So much for this taking 20 minutes. 40 now. supposed to come up. Running out of room on this side for it to wiggle over. Let me try a lady slipper. Yeah. Oh yeah. Big difference. Let's hope that works. 1, 2, 3, probably one in the front of those. And they look rusty as snot. And there you are. Okay, we'll get an extension. Let's just go straight to a 2-inch. I know this thing's going to betray me. Alright, now we can get any kind of fluid. Sweet. Seems like the simplest one to set up. Just going to use a generic grappler, build your own kind of jerry rig setup from my slide hammer kit. So I don't drop anything. Not wide enough. Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, I just, yeah, I mean, who cares if I tear this up? I'm getting a new one. Let's just get it over with. Whoop. Too much gas. Be nice. Voice. Oh, that's a crusty bearing. And now I need this off and motion methods. I'm getting a special box. Best dang deal in the world from JD Co. The laying it all in one every damn snapping wire you're gonna need. Bang! Just one in ton, buy them all. And they're the nice reversible kind too. So we just change them from one style to another by just moving the nut. I remember I bought this kit specifically when I was working used cars. Made a killing just changing out clutches on compressors. Boss man, always buy the work. Rebuild power steering pumps, putting clutches on compressors. Well, the other guys were like, we gotta do a whole new compressor for $1,000. And he's like, ah, got that kind of change. And then I get the job and I'll be like, yeah, I'll find you a new coil and a pulley. Sometimes it takes a little homework, that's all. I did not find this out of O'Reilly's books. Got this off the interweb. It's just take your measurements. There's my seat. Guys, I didn't pay attention to the cloth on it. I think that's how it wants to go. It's got a notch. Yeah. Okay, I'll plug it. Yep. There are some good people out there that do hunt down what all the sizings of this stuff is, because you think when they make these compressors, when they make these compressors, you know, a lot of them are using the same electromatic, they're using the same pulley set, they're using the same electromagnet, and then they're just changing the mount style of it. As long as you're willing to take the measurements, you can do the stuff Right. I got paid $50 for this. Not too bad, you know? Honestly, I think this stuff is becoming like a lost art now. You know what I mean? Kind of in a rush when I'm doing this. It's my car. I say this is okay. But if this was somebody else's car, then I would definitely be taking a Brillo pad to that shaft. I think I'm liking the play on my electromagnet. Before I get too far, just gotta take one little gander at it. Make sure that that snap ring was set correctly. It's already been a 12-hour day, so I made a mistake because of that. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. This is going to be a tight fit regardless. I really want to avoid hitting on the shaft of this. Compressing too much and causing an actual compressor problem. I was going to attempt to do, I was just going to use this as a press to push it on. And I got to find a matching thread bolt. That one threads up, that one's much shorter. Perfect. Where did I just put my 10 mil wrench, damn it? There we go. Good. Yes, it should have slid on, but it's old and crusty. I'm using a hand tool. Just whopper. So I think I bottomed out again. Just gotta make sure I don't strip threads. Dang it. Means we're going back to plan A, which is hitting it with a hammer. There we go. You don't want to do that, I'm so sorry. A little bit more. There we go. All the way on. See how crazy that thing is? Whoa. I got one of you. All of you. Get in your own. I'm just fortunate that the AC compressor is accessible on top of the engine. I'm trying to do this on Honda Odyssey, but I got good at it. Good at it. Oh no, the shims. So, in this little pouch, these are shims. Do not lose your shims. Now, one that I took off just had one shim in it. Keep track of how big it was. Oh, there she is. That's how big she was. It's pretty good with the shim, so I'm just gonna take a stab in the dark and we'll use the old shim. There's a measurement procedure for this. But there is no rebuild chart for this compressor that I know of. Kind of bottoms out, so we need more shim. Need more shim. see what all of them look like. Oh yeah, that's about right. Let's see how thick that is. That's 0.9 millimeters. That's kind of big. Okay, one fits really, really good. I'm kind of rubbing. So I'm gonna take one of the shims out. Okay, that gap. I'm just eyeballing, folks. I'm eyeballing. I'm pretty sure someone's out there like, you gotta tighten it down and then you gotta measure. Yeah, you're kind of right. It's my freaking car. And I have a phone. I want to drink beer. What kind of beer is everybody gonna drink tonight? I was up north in Michigan a few months ago, and I got me a hold of some hams. Everyone looked at me like I was crazy. But I tell you what, folks, I love that beer so much. I came from Michigan, so I got a hold of some hams. It was amazing. I think I paid like $14 for a whole rack, which is 30 cans. My brother-in-law was like, "You sure want some Samuel Adams?" Nope. Just hams. And it's not because it's cheap. I mean, I like the fact that it's cheap, but I'm not into all the fruity beers that are out there and all this seltzer beer. I just like old-fashioned, it's just beer, malty beer. And also, the nice thing about drinking hams is you could drink it at like 9 o'clock in the morning and nobody judges you. So if you wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning and you start drinking some premium beer, people judge you. You're like, oh, what an alcoholic. But then they look at me and they go, oh, that's hams? Okay, well, he gets a pass. He's probably got some problems. No, if you ever find hams, give it a shot. You'll like it. Just beer. Nothing special. I once was so desperate here in Texas to just try and get some hams that I went through all the effort of investing in like a brew kit. I got like the carboys, all the bottles, everything I needed for my home craft beer. I mean, quality stuff. I think I dumped like $300-400 into the whole thing. When I went to the brewery store that sells everything that I needed, he had like this big list of recipes that he's come up with to impersonate stuff like Guinness, and Sam Adams, and Heineken. So when I asked him, I was like, "Yeah, man," I was like, "You think you can make some Ham's beer?" That dude's jaw dropped. He looked at me and he's like, "How old are you?" I just like the taste of it. And it's funny too, because the wife doesn't like beer, but that's the one beer she'll drink. I mean, well, Molson Ice, that's another one that I like too, but I only like the one in Canada. When I was in Montana, we jumped the border all the time and we would bring back some Molson Ice. You're not supposed to. The old border patrol gets kind of mad. So whenever we would go, because they would always search the trucks. But I had a little '97 Saturn, and I had that thing all like set up to smuggle beer across the border, and I would distribute the weight accordingly, and we would go up in a convoy. So my one friend, he had a minivan. Why he drove a minivan? Because it was $500. But everybody would ride in the minivan. But then when it came time to cross the border, they would all jump in my car, and underneath their feet was a bunch of Molson Ice, because I had so much Molson in the trunk and in the floorboard of the car, it would make the back end of the car sag a little bit, and we looked suspicious. But then you put a couple of big fat dudes in the back seat, they started pretending to be in trouble. I'd be like, "Yeah, man, we crossed the border, just had a good time." And now he's like, "All right, go away." I just got to move this pen back a little bit. Everything's a hammer. If you can't use a tool as a hammer, then it doesn't belong in the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? So I have a little bit of bracket issues here. I'm hitting my power steering pump a little bit. This is technically just supposed to slide in. So that means slide in. Do not make me move my power steering pump. I will hurt you. You will go in. Gotta move that thing a little bit more. There we go, you see? Just had to hit it with my pliers one more time. basically that's an adjustable insert that's pressed in there, and it's very normal to have to pop those back out about a millimeter, because they're there to shim the gap automatically when you tighten down the alternator in. Just be careful what you're hitting them with and how you're hitting them. I've seen dudes break the tangs. Realistically, I should have just used a pair of like channel locks or something. But you know, the channel locks are over there. They're over there, they're away from me, and I've already spent enough time trying to find tools. We gotta wrap this up and we gotta see if I got a win. Quite frankly, I could use it. A win. Nothing but losses the last couple of days. Just annoying work. But I'll be going to Chicago next week. I'm gonna go meet Bosch, see what they're up to. There's a Bosch training center up there. They want to show me some stuff. It'll be a little bit top secret. Well, not top secret military-wise, but confidential. But they said that I'll be allowed to do some filming to show you guys what I'm doing. That little pop, that's just pulling in that adjuster. That's normal. So, they're going to let me do just a couple of things. They're going to clean the room up. Kind of asked them, I said, what are we going to do? What are you going to show me? And they said, it's going to be some cool hybrid stuff. I said, all right, what kind of hybrid stuff? I said, I'll show you when you get here. So I'm not allowed to know what I'm getting into, but I'll be up there next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You guys notice I forgot something? I just noticed it too. Idler that needs to be replaced. So that means I'll be ordering idlers tomorrow and changing this belt one more time. Well, taking the belt off and then putting it back on. I'm not surprised that every bearing in this car is shot. I gotta get the other Outback roadworthy so that I can drive it, because I gotta pull this engine and rebuild it. Not that it's having issues, it's just that it has a chain cover leak. It's not bad, but it's getting more noticeable. And for a car this old and with a little bit of surface rust on it like this, I'm just gonna call it done. Pull it, clean it all up. It'll be something to make my boss mad. He hates it when I start a project like that. But when you work in the farthest corner of the shop, nobody really sees what kind of projects you do, which is nice. Okay, fine. Just want my air conditioning because it's 110 degrees outside. Perfect. No, this tensioner does not have a locking pin in it. She's old school. You just stress until you hold it. But yeah, back to my engine here. I just know that as soon as I take one thing apart, I'm going to find a bunch of other cruddy things, and while I have it open, I'm just going to get new chains, chain guides, phasers, the whole works. It's probably going to set me back about $1,500, which is something I don't have liquid right now. If you had $1,500 to burn, what would you buy? The wife says I need a new bathroom. I'm okay with the old one. I'm not an aesthetics person. I could have an indoor outhouse in my as a toiletry just as long as it didn't smell like an outhouse. Watch, we do all this work and it doesn't click, right? Let's make sure we get the key. Is the key? That's the tang. Okay, she's on. It's just a worn out clip. That's the other thing too, is I know if I pull this engine, this harness is just going to crumble in my hands. I might need an engine harness, because every damn clip on here is going to break. It's just going to turn into a money pit. And I bought this Outback with the intent of putting a supercharger on it. Wouldn't you know, as soon as I get this car, my other Outback transmission just pops. And when it popped, I mean, it literally, it broke the whole front diff. So the whole case is broke, the main shaft was broke, everything is toast. So it was a total out. The whole thing was total out. And again, just another rare engine transmission setup. No spare parts. I found one gentleman who said he could help me with parts and whatnots. But guess what he wants? $4,000. Again, folks. That's because the whole thing has to be kind of like built. Gotta get a new tail housing, a new main case, a new front case, new shaft, and shit. And apparently he's sitting on a whole bunch of parts to do. He's just one of those guys who are like, yeah, I know that transmission type, I exclusively rebuild them. Get my battery connected. One, you say you made me see the value of those ratchets. Which ones, man? I'm just using my little Tecton one. Unless you're talking about those slim heads that I just used. Okay. Are you guys gonna follow her if I start the car? No. You guys can watch the car. Okay. One more safety check, right? One more safety check. Safety, safety, safety. If I missed anything, say it now because it's gonna blow up in your face. I don't know if you heard that noise. We fixed the clutch. I'm gonna take my headset off. Listen to this noise. Ah, that sucks. So that means that the internals of the compressor are shot. The wobble plate inside of it is messed up. That's what we're hearing. There's backlash in the wobble plate. There's no hope for that. Shit. I gotta replace that fast. Because if that grenades, it's gonna shoot that all into my condenser. It's just gonna get more expensive. So if you hear compressor noise, you gotta take care of it fast. I've had customers that drove on noises like this. Then the compressor just shoots metal all the way down this high side line. Right here, it'll shoot. Liquid metal just goes right in here. It clogs the condenser up. Well, that's all the news I got. Is that clutch rubbing? Yeah. We need to put that shim back. I can hear it. I can hear it just a little bit. Whoa! You guys almost fell over. I know you're excited. Come on. So the noise that I heard was just a little bit of like whoa, I'm gonna lose a shim already. Very disappointing. And yeah, I've already I've already done a suck and fill on it and changed the oil. I do that every year. I think it's just its numbers up. Parts eventually go bad. Okay, that's looking better. I don't want you to fall in the car when I start it again, so I got to remount the phone. Oh, the water pump for this. Okay, it's better now. So I'll get a new compressor tomorrow and I'll get 2 new idlers. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'll skim through the chat really quick. See what's going on. I got O'Reilly's and Advance Auto, but I have never in my life seen a Rock Auto. Yeah, Rock Auto's online only. Lawless says he just did an AC clutch and pulley. Good job. It's really easy to do. You need very few tools to do it. Well, depending on how far up in the engine bay it is. I'm lucky because mine's on top of the engine. Linus says online parts store IIRC. If your brake, okay, ETI Louis, LUI, brake lights won't come on, and I changed the brake switch and fuses and bulbs. You know, simple thing, make sure you got power and ground there, okay? Pull those sockets out and make sure you got power and ground. It's really common to find bad grounds. What happened to my car is I don't have AC, it was making noise, and I thought it was just the clutch because the clutch looked really old. The electromagnet was still working, but when I saw the clutch disc, it was just old and worn out. So I took a chance. It was $50 just to get a new clutch, and to replace the whole compressor on this vehicle, it's like $1,000 to get another Denso. Worldpack sells one for $200, but I don't trust Worldpack AC parts or power steering pumps. Hell no. I'll trust Worldpack. Nope, I just don't trust Worldpack. How about that? Lose my fingers? Hell no. No. I cut myself a lot. I know a lot about Toyotas. All right, folks, I'm getting pinged by the wife. She doesn't like it when I work late. Gotta go home, do chores, and drink beer. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Been really appreciative doing this little patch-up job, but unfortunately, that compressor's dead. No amount of rebuild's gonna save it. It's just not worth it.